Okay, so everybody knows what today is. It is the birthday of a very special individual, somebody who taught me so much about life and all that great stuff. And of course, I got to give a shout out to Mr. Darwin Hunter. You know what I'm saying? Darwin T. Hunter, man. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, the fact that you're not here is crazy. But you are here because you taught me so much about life, and I spread that to a lot of other people. Outside of that, it is also because he shares a birthday with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., right? And so a lot of people know about Dr. Martin Luther King and his I Have a Dream speech and all of that good stuff, right? But what they don't know is, or what they may not know, let me not assume, what they may not know is that the number one topic that he was getting ready to dive into was equality in not just, where we go to the bathroom and how we get schooled and all of that kind of stuff from a race perspective. It was equality financially, right? So we're going to get into some of that real quick. Let me introduce myself. My name is L.A. Williams, short for Leslie Alexander Williams III. Some of y'all know me, some of y'all don't. If you don't, just watch a couple more videos and you will find out that they call me the blind master, right? Why? Well, I've had to master life with 4 out of 5 senses, which gives me a 20% deficiency, right? And so what I do is I show other folks how to navigate and master their lives, even with their deficiencies, and we know everybody got them, okay? So let's talk about this, right? You gotta ask yourself, do you have a dream or do you have a nightmare? I mean, let's really think about that, right? Do you have a dream or do you have a nightmare? I think a lot of people inside themselves, they may have an amazing dream. They may want some phenomenal things from a relationship standpoint, right? They might want to have great relationships with their kids, with their spouse, with their families, and all that kind of stuff. But in reality, it don't look so good, right? In reality, it seems like a nightmare or a daymare or however you want to call it. It can be terrible sometimes, right? And so we're not going to get into what we focus on today, right? That's not the topic of conversation. I just want to know, do you have a dream? Do you have a vision of what it's going to look like once you do the work, right? Do you have that thought process? You know what? The relationship I want to have with my son is A, B, C, D, E. I know I think about that on a regular basis, right? I think about how I want to improve the relationship with my wife. She and I go to marriage retreats and all kind of cool stuff. Dr. Harold's going to be mad because I called it a marriage retreat, right? You see me live, we'll, put a link to that somewhere around here and y'all find it on one of these videos. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, there's some things that we do. There's some relationships with my finances that I'm like, listen, you know what I'm saying? I have a dream for it. I got a vision for it. And so I'm asking you, do you have one? Secondarily, people want to have great fitness life. They got a dream. I want to have my dream body, right? Everybody in 2024, January, everybody, 2 weeks ago, we set all these amazing resolutions and things like that. So I don't know if folks still going to the gym, but the whole reason we're doing that is because a lot of time from a health standpoint, we got a nightmare. You see what I'm saying? We don't have the dream that we want. Now, some folks ain't even thinking about it, right? And so we got to make sure that we begin to think about it. You got to dream about it. You got to want about it. You got to, man, all the time. You got to be in your system, right? It got to be something that oozes out of you because you are so focused on it. Why? Because whatever you focus on grows. Okay. Some people got a dream that they want to do certain things financially, right? A lot of people talk to me about that. LA, I want success. I want to make all this kind of money and all that good stuff. Okay, but in real life, we live in a nightmare. Y'all realize that most families are $400 away from a catastrophe? Right? A lot of people just aren't making the money that they want, need, and deserve, And so I'm telling y'all, we got to put ourselves in position where we got to begin to think about it and say, okay, what do I really bring to the table? What am I bringing? How am I serving the world? If I want to be rewarded financially, what am I bringing to the table? What am I bringing, right? And so we'll talk about that on a different day. As a matter of fact, tomorrow I'm going to be talking about the different keys and the reasons why success could be evading you. All right, we'll talk about that tomorrow. But I think let's just really quickly talk about the legacy of Dr. King, right? Because he did have a dream, right? His dream was of equality for all men, women, black, white, tall, short. It didn't really matter. He said, you know what? I want things to be equal, right? And do y'all realize that that's not the reality that we're living in, right? Y'all realize there's people that got millions of dollars in their bank account? I mean, literally, it's people who got millions of dollars, and you may or may not, right? And if you want that, you got to say, you know what, I got to become equal to my peers, right? So you got to make yourself, you put yourself around those people, right? There are people who have amazing relationships with their spouses, right? And if you like to have it, put yourself around people who have amazing relationships with their spouses. There are people who want to have amazing fitness life, right? And so again, y'all already know what I'm gonna say. Put yourself around those people, man, because birds of a feather flock together, right? What I always say, you're the average of the 5 people who you spend the most time with. And speaking of that, you've just been spending time with the one and only Mr. L.A. Williams, the blind master, and all that good stuff. So if you like the information, make sure that you, what they say, like, subscribe, and share the video, right? If you like it, share it with somebody. Make sure you're subscribed. And I will see you all in the next video. Check out the podcast coming soon. Success Banquet. It's on the way. I'll let y'all later. Peace.